Meeting of the Mishawaka Common Council for Monday, December 20th, 2021 will please come to order. Good evening to those of you who are in attendance. If you would, take a couple seconds and please check your cell phones to make sure that they are on silent or vibrate, as we do the same because we've been known to offend that ourselves as well. And then once again this evening, we are affording members of the public the opportunity to participate in our meeting remotely. To that end, members of the public will be asked to place their microphone on mute during the meeting with the exception of any public hearing. At the appropriate point in the public hearing, I will invite the public to unmute their microphone for purposes of submitting such comments as they wish to make, one person at a time. All persons wishing to make public comments will be asked to first state their name and address for the record. After completing the comment, members of the public will once again be asked to place their microphone on mute. And we thank all of you, whether you are participating remotely or in person, for your cooperation. With that, we will ask you to join us in rising for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence in remembrance of former Mishawaka Chief of Police, longtime Mishawaka resident, and all-around good man, Vince Marabella, who recently passed. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Let me also, on behalf of the council, add our condolences to our friend and colleague, Mike Belovich, and his family with respect to their loss. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Yes, and please excuse me, I do have a little laryngitis this evening. No fever. Mrs. DeMade?
Here.
Mr. Benicki?
Here.
Mr. Hazen?
Here.
Mr. Mamalenti?
Here.
Mr. Emmons?
Here.
Mr. Belovich?
Here.
Mr. Compton?
Here.
Mrs. Volker?
Here.
Mr. Hicksonbaugh?
Here.
I would like to say all present.
Thank you. Approval of the minutes of our regular meeting of December 6, 2021. Are there any additions or corrections? Then hearing none, the minutes will stand approved as received from the clerk's office. Petitions, communications, remonstrance, and memorial.
Yes, Mr. President, we have a letter from the Board of Zoning Appeals regarding their recommendations from their December 14th meeting. Honorable members, a regular meeting of the Mishawaka Board of Zoning Appeals was held on the above referenced date, at which time the following use variances were considered. Appeal number 2021-41, an appeal submitted by Bago Creek Realty requesting a use variance for 420 West Cleveland Road, Granger, to permit tattoo microblading services in C1 General Commercial Zoning. The board, with a vote of 5-0, recommended approval. Appeal number 2021-42, an appeal submitted by McKinley Town and Country LP requesting a use variance for Dunham's Discount Sports, 2572 Miracle Lane, to permit an outdoor storage container screened by a 7-foot solid fence in C2 Shopping Center Commercial District. The board, with a vote of 5-0, recommended approval. This is signed by Carrie Myers, Administrative Planner. We also have a letter from the City Plan Commission regarding their recommendations from their December 14th meeting. Honorable members, a regular meeting of the Mishawaka Plan Commission was held on the above referenced date, at which time the following proposed ordinances were considered. Petition number 2021-18, a petition submitted by William Sinkovics seeking to amend the Bremen Highway North Planned Unit Development, 230 Ireland Road, to allow for continued single-family residential use with a new 3,072 square foot, 20-foot tall accessory structure. The commission, with a vote of 8-0, recommended approval. Petition number 2021-19, a petition submitted by Source USA Realty, Inc. and King's Buffet of Granger, seeking to amend the University Marketplace Planned Unit Development, 512 West Cleveland Road, to allow for a storage facility. The commission, with a vote of 8-0, recommended approval, subject to the attached conditions. Petition number 2021-20, a petition submitted by Barak Group LLC seeking to amend the Village at Harrison Creek Planned Unit Development to add 2 single-family homes at the southeast corner of Harrison Road and Beacon Drive. The commission, with a vote of 7-1, recommended approval. Pursuant to Indiana Code 36-7-4, 2021-605, the Mishawaka Plan Commission hereby certifies to the Mishawaka Common Council the attached proposed ordinances regarding the above matters. This is signed by Carrie Myers, Administrative Planner.
Thank you. This evening, we have no report of any special committees, so we will move into ordinances on first reading.
Proposed ordinance number 2021-45, an ordinance approving an agreement between the City of Mishawaka and the Mishawaka Firefighters Association, Local Number 360 of the International Association of Firefighters, AFL-CIO. This contract would run from January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2024. The petitioner has requested second reading at this evening's meeting.
Thank you. At this time, the chair would entertain a motion to waive our standing council rules and conduct first and second reading on proposed ordinance number 2021-45 this evening.
So moved.
Second.
A motion has been made and seconded to suspend our standing council rules and hold first and second reading on proposed ordinance number 2021-45 this evening. Are there any additional questions or comments from the council? Hearing none, then all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. With that, we will move into the second reading of public hearing on proposed ordinance number 2021-45. Anyone wishing to speak in favor, if you would, please come forward to the podium.
Good evening. Ryan Woodward, Fire Chief. Definitely would like to speak in favor of this contract. We spent a lot of time on it this year. We did a lot of language cleanup. Working with the union this year was just tremendous. This contract works out well for both sides. There's a lot of benefit to the members of the department and a lot of benefit to the members of the city and the citizens. So they gave up some important stuff and got a lot of stuff back, but they actually understood the need in the future where we need to go to better serve our citizens. So I couldn't be more proud to work with them this year. So for that, I'll entertain any questions and ask for your approval.
Thank you. Any questions for Chief Woodward? Well, Chief, thank you for the work that you did on this, as well as the summary that you included with the information that we received. I thought that was very well done. One of the things that you highlighted in your summary that I think is an exciting development is the enhanced opportunity for the city to provide additional ambulance services in the form of a fourth ambulance.
Yes.
Could you touch on that real briefly and how that plays out in this contract?
To put up a fourth ambulance in an emergency type situation took a lot of time. So a lot of times when we tried to do it before, whatever the event we needed it for, if we needed it right away, was usually ending by the time we were able to do it. With all the notifications, the way of getting it organized, getting it done. The way we've changed the language now, it's going to be streamlined, it's going to work faster. Plus the language will allow us now, when we move to the future about putting a fourth ambulance in service, we won't have to go through a contract negotiation again or open it up and do any type of bargaining if it happens before this contract were to expire. So like I said, that's one of the things that was great working with our local, and they've seen that need. Our run volume has been up. We're 15% this year, I believe, was the last time I looked a couple days ago. We finished around 8,000 last year. We were over 9,300 runs when I looked this morning real quick. So it's about 15% increase from last year. So it's just not, it's not going to get any slower. We had one of our busiest days a couple weeks ago. We had 41 calls in 13 hours. So, so language like this is what really helps. And like I said, I can't say enough good things about the men and women in this department, the way they're tackling this challenge. They saw the need there, and they're super willing to work with us to make this possible.
And to follow up on that point for a moment, later on this evening, we're going to be considering some matters related to federal money that has been distributed to the city that allows us to pay bonuses to our employees related to the pandemic. And certainly you and your department are amongst the groups that have stepped up and really went over and above throughout the pandemic and served the best interests of the community in many different ways that people will never know about, but which we should all appreciate nonetheless. So thank you for the work that you and your department did throughout this tough time. We're not through it yet, but we're a lot better off here locally because of the work that you and your firefighters have done. So thank you for
No,
that.
thank you. They definitely stepped up. They faced this challenge head on, and they haven't flinched. You know, again, I just couldn't be more humbled to work alongside of them.
One of the other positives that comes out of this contract, the work that you and the union have done, and what's before us this evening, is the resolution of some lingering issues, namely some litigation that had been initiated some time ago. If you're not the appropriate person to talk about that, maybe the corporation counsel or somebody else is going to speak about it, but I think it's important for the record to reflect that this contract settlement, as I read it, is predicated upon or related to the resolution of the litigation. And my question is, do we have any feel for when the subsequent actions will take place to dismiss the lawsuit, or is that a question better posed to the lawyer?
Yeah.
I suspected you were going to answer that. I probably should have just hold off and asked him, but thank you nonetheless. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Any other
you.
questions for Chief Woodward? Mr. Belovich?
Brian, I'd just like to say your members of your team were out to my house 2 weeks ago tonight, and they just did an excellent job. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Other questions? Thank you, Chief.
All right, thank you.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak? Mayor Wood.
Thank you, Mr. President, council members. Dave Wood, Mayor, here to urge you to support this contract language and this ordinance. I personally got involved in these negotiations, and it was a lot of hard work involved by the administration as well as the labor group at the fire department, and just want to thank them in particular, Frank and his team, for their outstanding job that they did. It's obvious that we're represented, served by some of the best that you'll find anywhere. They were very passionate about the work that they do, very good to work with, and so I appreciate that very much. As mentioned, this does, if passed, resolve some lingering legal issues. That will happen as soon as this is passed, and then the contract obviously takes effect the first part of the year. So we're very eager to get that behind us, put ourselves on the correct path going forward, working in partnership with the council and with the labor group. It takes all three of us to cooperate and get along and to advance the department, which is all of our goals. And so thank you very much for your support.
Thank you. Any questions for His Honor? Again, thank you for the work that you and your administration did to resolve, several, more than a few issues, quite frankly, in the best interest of the community. With regard to the litigation, things take their own time in the eyes of the law, but when that matter is resolved, if you or the Corporation Counsel could let us know, perhaps, I think we'd appreciate, that confirmation. But thank you again for the work that went into this.
All right, thank you.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance? If you would, please come forward to the podium.
Hi, Frank Zappia, President, Mishawaka Firefighters, Local 360. Also speaking in favor of passing this contract. Just to echo the sentiments of the chief and the mayor, a lot of hard work from a lot of people went into this, and we're just looking forward. Everything in this we feel betters our brother and sister firefighters and the citizens of Mishawaka.
Thank you. Any questions for President Zappia? And again, thank you for the work that you and your members did to bring this to fruition. And also thank you again, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, thank you on behalf of the city for the work that you and the members of the Firefighters Union have done and will continue to do throughout the pandemic. That's very much appreciated on several different levels.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance? If so, please come forward to the podium. Then is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance? Is there anyone present in the chambers who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance? Please come forward. And is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance? Are there any council members who wish to speak? If not, then I call for the question.
Question.
Madam Clerk, would you please poll the council?
Mrs. DeMade?
Yes.
Mr. Benicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hazen?
Yes.
Mr. Mamalenti?
Yes.
Mr. Emmons?
Yes.
Mr. Belovich?
Yes.
Mr. Compton?
Yes.
Mrs. Volkert?
Yes.
Mr. Hicksonbaugh?
Yes.
Proposed ordinance passes 9-0. Proposed ordinance number 2021-46, an ordinance approving an agreement between the City of Mishawaka and the employees of the Central Services Department represented by the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, Local Number 364. This contract runs from January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2024.
And if memory serves, we once again have had a request by the
Request for-
petitioner
yes.
to,
I'm thinking I'm doing second readings at this point.
I understand.
Yes, the petitioner is requesting second reading.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. At this point, the chair would entertain a motion to suspend our regular council rules and hold first and second reading this evening on proposed ordinance number 2021-46 as requested by the petitioner.
So moved. Second.
A motion has been made and seconded to suspend our regular council rules and hold first and second reading this evening on proposed ordinance number 2021-46. Any additional questions or comments from the council? Hearing none, then all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. The motion passes, which means we will now move into the public hearing and second reading of public hearing on proposed ordinance number 2021-46. Anyone wishing to speak in favor, if you would, please come forward to the podium.
Hi, I'm Susan Kyle, Director of HR for the City of Mishawaka. Thank you for having me tonight. The city and the Central Services Department Teamster Division negotiated a new contract for this year. We cleaned up some language regarding some dates for vacations. We eliminated one disciplinary to have 6 instead of 7 before you're fired if you have attendance issues. We added some notices if you would like to have an FTO or a bonus day that give us at least 30 minutes so we can rearrange our schedules. We added monetary value to each one of the uniform allowances to give employees more money to purchase the clothing and boots that they need. We added to the tool allowance for the mechanics, and we added something brand new for job classifications. If a Central Services Teamster has a tanker endorsement, a CDLB or a CDLA, they are awarded a monetary stipend each year for that. Those are the changes in that contract. Everything it went really well, except one of our stewards got COVID and the other one got a new job. So that kind of delayed the negotiations a little bit. But Tim Ryan and Craig Fitzpatrick and I and Pat Hinkle worked very hard to get this contract approved, and the employees enjoyed it, and it only took one vote. I like that, and so we came to an agreement.
Thank you. Any questions from the council? Then thank you again for the work that you and your team did, and if you would, please pass our thanks along to the Teamsters for the hard work that they did to bring this to resolution as well.
Thank you. I asked them if they'd like to be here this evening, but they were out of town, Craig Fitzpatrick, the representative, and then they haven't voted a new union steward yet, so you just got me so far.
Well, we're happy that you're here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance? If you would, please come forward. Seeing no one, is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance? Then is there anyone present who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance? Please come forward. And is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance? Are there any council members who wish to speak? Hearing none, then I will call for the question.
Question.
Madam Clerk, would you please poll the council?
Mrs. DeMade?
Yes.
Mr. Benicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hazen?
Yes.
Mr. Mamalenti?
Yes.
Mr. Emmons?
Yes.
Mr. Belovich?
Yes.
Mr. Compton?
Yes.
Mrs. Volker?
Yes.
Mr. Hixenbaugh?
Yes.
Proposed ordinance passes 9-0. Proposed ordinance number 2021-47, an ordinance approving an agreement between the City of Mishawaka and the employees of the Electric Department represented by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 1392. This contract would run from January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2025, and the petitioner has requested second reading.
Thank you. At this time, the chair would entertain a motion to suspend our regular council rules and hold first and second reading on proposed ordinance 2021-47 this evening.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. A motion has been made and seconded to suspend our council rules and hold first and second reading on proposed ordinance 2021-47 this evening. Any additional questions or comments from the council? Hearing none, then all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes unanimously, and with that, we will move into second reading and public hearing on proposed ordinance 2021-47. Anyone wishing to speak in favor, if you would, please come forward to the podium. Susan, you might as well take a seat in the front row as much as you're going to be back and
No,
forth
thank
here.
you.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
First of all, thank you on the last ordinance for letting it go to second reading, and the same for this. I should have said thank you right away. So, again, the IBEW and their representatives from water, electric, wastewater, and the Mishawaka Business Office met with the city, myself, Pat Hinkle, Carl Kopek, Dave Majeski, Ginny Fraz, and Kevin Wasmer to start these negotiations. We had really good negotiations with the IBEW. They were looking for some certain things, and we were able to get them. The employees, I think, liked what we were offering, and certainly the city liked what we received. It was one of the best bargaining negotiations, I think, that I've ever been involved in. Not that I've been involved in a lot, but over the period of my being in HR. So we agreed on a 4-year contract term. They agreed on a 5% wage increase, of course. The one change we did make is usually if you get to be a Class 4 operator, you got $1 an hour extra pay for that. We decided to make that and change it to just $3,000 annual stipend, and we took the dollar away. It almost evens out because of the overtime that they work. They get the guys and gals got a little bit more, but that way it matches what the salaried guys and gals get when they have that certification, same. The language changes in Article 26 and Article 23 are basically date changes. And then there's a rate of overtime pay in Articles 14 and 15. And what changed there was wastewater, they work, as you all know, 6 hours or 6 days on, 2 days off, right? And so sometimes in that schedule, as it revolves, you actually work Christmas, but you don't get paid for it, a double time. So we changed that for wastewater, that if you actually work on Christmas Day, you get paid double time for working on Christmas Day. And because, like, for instance, if, I think you understand it, but like Friday, we have our holiday, right? A wastewater guy is going to get paid double for working on Christmas Eve if he works that given holiday. If he doesn't, if he works, like, say, Christmas, but it's not actually Christmas Day, he's not going to get that extra money. Does that make sense? Did I describe that all right? Sometimes, you know, wastewater's kind of quirky in the way they work and the way their hours work. And then the last one was we increased the longevity for to $125 from $80 starting 1/1 of 2022. It doesn't go back retro, it just starts going forward. Lastly, the grievance procedure, we changed, we did two, that says the mayor or his designee now because we don't currently have a general manager. Wastewater and water opted out of the reasonable available policy, which means every time you get a call out, you have to, you can't, how can I describe this? You have to take 30% of all your call outs. If it falls below that, then you get a disciplinary. Electric kept that, and we moved the heavy equipment operator A in water to make the same wage as a heavy equipment operator in electric. Got through that one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions from the council? Mr. Compton?
Susan, thank you for the update and the brief of the contract. I'm curious, is Christmas the only holiday that the double time, is it all holidays?
It's all the federal
That's what I
holidays
wondered.
that the city of Mishawaka recognizes and the Board of Public Works put together. So it's all of them. I was just using that as an example.
Thank you. I just wanted to make sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Other questions? And thank you, Susan.
Thank
And
you.
again, pass our thanks along to the IBEW negotiation team as well for their hard work on this.
Thank you so much.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance? Please come forward. Mr. Mayor.
Mr. President, council members, Dave Wood, Mayor, here really not to slight anybody, but to speak in favor of these contract bargaining agreements, as well as the central services, as well as the sewer department coming up. I'll just, in the interest of time, I'll limit it to one to appeal to all, but don't want to slight any of our labor groups. I just happen to be very active in the fire negotiations, but as you can see on the agenda tonight, a lot going on. Sometimes these things, we don't necessarily control the timeline. They have to go for votes for work groups and membership and all of that, and so it takes a lot to sit at the table, negotiate, work through all the issues, and come to agreements, and then to structure all of these to get votes from membership. And so we have a good team that is involved in that, but I just want to give a particular shout out to Susan Kyle for her work and not only, keeping these things on track and, moving forward, but all of the other work that she has to do, hiring, sitting through interviews, and everything else on a day-to-day basis. So without her hard work, we wouldn't be here tonight, so thank you, Susan, for that. And also to the department managers for the various departments, labor groups that are represented here. They also step up and in addition to their day-to-day operations and responsibilities, which are many, they really make this process go smoothly as I can imagine it could go for any organization. When you think about all of these labor groups and contracts we're negotiating, to have them all be successful as they are is, I think that's the way Mishawaka works, and there's no surprise in that. So thanks to all, and appreciate your support of all of them.
Thank you. Any questions for Mayor Wood? Thank you, sir. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance? If so, please come forward. Then is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance? Is there anyone present this evening who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance? And is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance? Are there any council members who wish to speak? If not, then I call for the question.
Question.
Madam Clerk, would you please poll the council?
Mrs. DeMade?
Yes.
Mr. Benicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hazen?
Yes.
Mr. Mamalenti?
Yes.
Mr. Emmons?
Yes.
Mr. Belovich?
Yes.
Mr. Compton?
Yes.
Mrs. Volker?
Yes.
Mr. Hicksonbach?
Yes.
Proposed ordinance passes 9-0. Proposed ordinance number 2021-48, an ordinance approving an agreement between the City of Mishawaka and the employees of the Sewer Department, represented by the International Brotherhood of Teamsters Local Number 364. This contract runs from January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2024, and the petitioner requests second reading.
Thank you. At this time, the chair would entertain a motion to suspend our regular council rules and hold first and second reading this evening on proposed ordinance 2021-48 as requested by the petitioner.
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to suspend our regular council rules and hold first and second reading this evening on proposed ordinance 2021-48. Any additional questions or comments from the council? Hearing none, then all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously, and with that, we will move into the second reading of public hearing on proposed ordinance number 2021-48. Anyone wishing to speak in favor, if you would, please come forward to the podium.
Again, thank you for letting this go to a second reading. Susan Kyle, HR Director. The Sewer Department, there are just 4 changes in the agreement itself, but it took a while to get this contract passed by working with the Sewer Department Central Service Teamsters. Craig Fitzpatrick, along with our negotiating team, negotiated back and forth, I would say, for about 8 weeks. And the Sewer Department employees then agreed to this contract. They worked very hard, and all the employees did, and the city side, looking at how to come to agreement. The biggest change in the sewer contract is they now have a call-out like the electric company does, the 70-30 rule that I was trying to explain. They agreed on that. We have issues at all times of the day or night, as you all know, because you get those calls too. So we wanted the sewer department to have a program that's fair to all the employees there in the department who get called out. So they too cannot go below 30% in their call-outs, so they're sharing in the responsibility of keeping our streets safe, and especially if there's a cave-in or things of that nature. They went through it with a fine-tooth comb, and they agreed to it. It took a little while, but they like it. And so then we did, they did gain some things also in their contract. They have a $175 increase per year in their agreement, and that is for, I believe, clothing in Article 23. I can look that up if you'd like me to. They have their longevity bonus will increase $5 every year. It does go retro back, so that was a smaller increase, but to go retro back. They also received a tanker endorsement, a Class B and a Class A stipend. If you get all of those, if you have, let's say, a Class A and a tanker endorsement, you would get $500 plus $125 stipend each year for having those. I think you all know that it's hard to find CDLA, B, and especially tanker endorsements, so we wanted to reward them, those employees that get those. The tenure of the contract is 3 years, and that's all I have.
Thank you. Any questions from the council? And again, thank you to your team and to the Teamsters, who represent this work group for the hard work on this contract.
Thank you. I'll let them know.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance? If you would, please come forward. Then is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance? Is there anyone present who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance? Please come forward. And is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance? Are there any council members who wish to speak? If not, then I call for the question.
Question.
Madam Clerk, would you please poll the council?
Mrs. DeMade?
Yes.
Mr. Benicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hazen?
Yes.
Mr. Mamalenti?
Yes.
Mr. Emmons?
Yes.
Mr. Belovich?
Yes.
Mr. Compton?
Yes.
Mrs. Volker?
Yes.
Mr. Hixenbaugh?
Yes.
Proposed ordinance passes 9-0. Proposed ordinance number 2021-49, an ordinance approving an interlocal agreement between the City of South Bend, Indiana, the City of Mishawaka, Indiana, and St. Joseph County, Indiana, for the mutual operation of the Special Victims Unit addressing crimes of special gravity in St. Joseph County. And the petitioner is requesting second reading.
Appears to be the theme this evening. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
And at that-
And at this time, the chair would entertain a motion to suspend our regular council rules and hold first and second reading on proposed ordinance number 2021-49 this evening.
So moved.
Mo-
Second.
Thank you. A motion has been made and seconded to suspend our regular council rules and hold first and second reading this evening on proposed ordinance number 2021-49. Are there any additional questions or comments from the council? Hearing none, then all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes unanimously, so we will move into the second reading of public hearing on proposed ordinance number 2021-49. Anyone wishing to speak in favor, if you would, please come forward to the podium.
Thank you, Mr. President, honorable members. Ken Witkowski, Police Chief. I'm here to speak in favor of, we're going to call it an ordinance?
It isn't, we'll call it an ordinance.
Oh, okay, ordinance 49. All this does is basically business as usual, the way we've been doing it for the last 20 years, except there are some exceptions. We are going to do all domestic cases now, in-house, with the detective that used to be at the SVU unit. We will keep one detective over there, and he will deal with all sex crimes and child abuse cases. So that's the big change. We still have access, the officer that's doing domestic cases from in-house will still have access to the Casey Center and the advocates and everything else that goes along with that. But their desk will be at our department. So everything else pretty much stays the same in order of business, how we proceed.
Thank you. Any questions for Chief Witkowski? Mr. Mamalenti?
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Chief, for your presentation this evening. You'd mentioned the term in-house a couple times. I was just curious as to get your thoughts and input regarding the new City Hall that we'll be having. Will we have more capabilities that we can take more things in-house? Will we have the capabilities to do things on a greater scale with the new facility?
Yes, not so much in ordinance with this, because the Casey Center provides, like say, the advocates and everything else over there. So we would not, through these kind of cases, take more on in the new building than we would where we're at right now. And it's advantageous to keep our other guy over there doing these sex crimes and child abuse. Because of everybody else that's involved with it over there. It's kind of everyone, one-stop shopping kind of thing there, so.
Thank you.
Thank you. Other questions for Chief Witkowski? Chief, thank you again for the information and for your work on this. If memory serves, during our budget meetings, we touched on some of these concepts and some of the changes that were in the mix with regard to countywide units in general, and this one in particular. Based upon what you described about some services coming back in-house in Mishawaka, my recollection was that you felt as though we were still well-equipped to be able to meet the needs of the community in this area. Can you touch on that a little bit? Am I right on, is my memory
Yes, very
accurate?
much so. You're probably speaking more of maybe the homicide with that going separate ways. But we've, had to make some changes with that regarding the detectives and the crime scene techs. We did hire a new forensic civilian for crime scenes. So, yeah, we're very, very much capable of handling that situation. Actually, I'm looking forward to it. We've had some call-outs recently, and very well impressed and pleased with how we handle them.
So to reiterate, to the extent that members of the public have heard about changes taking place throughout the county, both with regard to the special victims units and other county units, it sounds like you feel like public safety in Mishawaka is still being well-served by our police department, as always has been.
Oh, very much so. We haven't missed a beat.
Fantastic. Thank you. Any other questions for Chief Witkowski? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance? If so, please come forward. Then is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance? Is there anyone present with us this evening who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance? Please come forward. And is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance? Thank you. Are there any council members who wish to speak? Hearing none, then I call for the question.
Question.
Madam Clerk, would you please poll the council?
Mrs. DeMade?
Yes.
Mr. Benicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hazen?
Yes.
Mr. Mamalenti?
Yes.
Mr. Emmons?
Yes.
Mr. Belovich?
Yes.
Mr. Compton?
Yes.
Mrs. Volker?
Yes.
Mr. Hitzenbaum?
Yes.
Proposed ordinance passes 9-0. Proposed ordinance number 2021-50, an ordinance amending Chapter 137 of the Municipal Code of the City of Mishawaka, Indiana, as from time to time amended, commonly known as the zoning ordinance of 1966 of the City of Mishawaka, Indiana. This is a PUD amendment to allow continued single-family residential use with a 3,072 square foot high 20-foot high accessory building at 230 Ireland Road.
Thank you. Proposed ordinance number 2021-50 will be assigned to the Land Use Planning Committee.
Proposed ordinance number 2021-51, an ordinance amending Chapter 137 of the Municipal Code of the City of Mishawaka, Indiana, as from time to time amended, commonly known as the zoning ordinance of 1966 of the City of Mishawaka, Indiana. This is a PUD amendment to allow for storage facility at 512 West Cleveland Road.
Proposed ordinance number 2021-51 will be assigned to the Land Use Planning Committee.
Proposed ordinance number 2021-52, an ordinance amending Chapter 137 of the Municipal Code of the City of Mishawaka, Indiana, as from time to time amended, commonly known as the zoning ordinance of 1966 of the City of Mishawaka, Indiana. This is a PUD amendment to add 2 single-family homes, the Village at Harris Creek.
Proposed ordinance number 2021-52 will also be assigned to the Land Use Planning Committee. Resolutions.
Resolution number R 2021-30, a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Mishawaka adopting a plan for distribution of the proceeds of the City of Mishawaka's grant from the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021.
Thank you. At this time, before moving forward, at the request of the controller and our financial consultants, the chair would entertain a motion to amend proposed resolution 2021-30 by adding some additional language to paragraph D5, such that it will read, civil city full-time employees, open paren, includes park, comma, redevelopment, comma, and utility employees, close paren. And by way of explanation, this is a technical correction to help with clarity and for audit purposes to indicate which employees are being referenced in that paragraph.
So moved?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to amend proposed resolution 2021-30 by adding additional language for clarification purposes to paragraph D5. Are there any additional questions or comments from the council? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes unanimously, and with that, we will move into the public hearing on proposed resolution 2021-30 as amended. Anyone wishing to speak in favor, if you would, please come forward to the podium.
Mr. President, council members, Dave Wood, Mayor, here to speak in favor of proposed resolution 2021-30, the American Rescue Plan Act. This is really the first of, I would envision many times coming to you as the council as part of our plan to distribute the American Rescue Plan Act funds that we have received, which were about 11.8 million. As you know, and as a result of your leadership and organization, we had a public meeting a couple of months ago, in which case I outlined a framework of how I could envision some of these funds getting distributed. And that's just, that's just a framework. It's certainly open to public input and to council input and action. We view these funds as a 50-50 partnership with our council and also with our community. And but the first thing that I feel strongly that we should do with these funds is to reward our staff, to pay our staff what we call premium pay, which is in keeping with the act itself, for their hard work, much of which has gone above and beyond their ordinary job description and responsibilities that they have in dealing with the pandemic itself. As you know, when the pandemic hit, there was no playbook for this. A lot of uncertainty. Governments all over the county, in fact, all, I think, started working from home, would not allow staffs to come into work except for vital essential staff. Well, we're in public service. I think that all of our staff is vital to providing public service to our citizens. That's why we're elected to provide these services that are most closely felt to our citizens. When you think about water, what does it take to run a water operation during a pandemic when, maybe 3 or 4 employees who, if they have to go in quarantine at one time, that jeopardizes our ability to run a water system safely and effectively at a time when that resource is needed the most. And so it's a huge it's a huge job to make sure that our services go on uninterrupted so that our public can take them for granted, quite frankly, at a time when they're most needed. Our staff stayed on the job despite uncertainty, despite fear, despite families being home and worried about our coworkers being here. They did that, and many of them responded directly, putting themselves in harm's way in a pandemic. And they did it remarkably well. I'm certainly proud and consider it the honor of my lifetime to get just to work alongside, my coworkers here. And so we wanted to show our appreciation for that, and this is just but one way we can do that. Wanted to, at first in my outline and vision, giving 2 years, $1 million split into 2 years, so $500,000 over the next 2 years, cumulatively, and then broke down into certain tiers for our employees. So the $500,000 that I had envisioned splitting up this year for our employees, I spoke with members of the council who feel very strongly that we should double that, and I appreciate that and am very supportive of that myself. As I said, this is a partnership that we have here, and so we are now proposing $1 million plus administrative costs and such going into this round this year, and the breakdown is as follows. Our lead paramedics would receive $3,000, one time only this year. Our sworn firefighters and police would receive $2,500. Our non-lead medics and advanced EMTs would receive $1,000. Again, you heard from our chief that we're seeing record volume of calls, a lot of them pandemic-related, and a lot of them require a heck of a lot more processing and preparation and things like sanitizing the equipment and such afterwards. We are also proposing that the Teamsters, specifically the Central Services Department, who maintains our facilities, keeps them in tip-top shape, clean, so that our citizens can come in as we are open and expect a safe environment. Those, as well as certain IT employees who are behind you in the bunker, making sure that all of our meetings are accessible to our public who aren't comfortable coming to these public meetings. And so they've stepped up and gone way above and beyond their ordinary job description to do that. And then lastly, but not least, our Civil City full-time employees, which you have amended to include utility and park and redevelopment, would receive $1,570 this year in what is being proposed. I encourage you to support this. You know, part of it is in recognition of what our staff has done in staying open and serving our public. There's a lot of pressure out there, too. We are seeing a lot of competition for our great employees who are passionate to serve, and thankfully, we haven't lost many to outside considerations. But when you think about the competition for department, DOT, NDOT drivers with commercial driver's license, the competition is real, and it will impact us. This is something, you know, that helps us to retain some of those folks. When you think about some employees, maybe general labor at our in our central services and others, well, we're in an area now that is booming with things like RV manufacturing, and the competition to attract those employees and incentivize them to leave is great. And so we're grateful that they stay. When you think about public safety employees, police in particular, as well as paramedics right now, the competition from other communities to attract them is great. And so we think that this is a way for us to show our appreciation for their hard work, but also to let them know that Mishawaka is the place that they want to be. We know of few, if there are any other governmental bodies doing this at the local level, at least around here. But again, it is absolutely in keeping and permissible by the act itself. And so I would encourage your support of this in recognition of our true public servants and heroes, the people that we all get to work next to every day who provide our vital services. One group that is excluded from this is our elected officials. We will not ask any of our elected officials, ask for this for any of our elected officials. And so we will, it's our job to serve, and our citizens expect us to serve, and we should not take bonuses for that service. It is very simple.
We couldn't anyway,
And we can.
by law.
Well, since you pointed it out, by state law, we cannot give ourselves a raise halfway through the year. And so we will be excluded from that. Just to clear the record, no elected officials will be receiving premium pay. So with that, I thank you for your support.
Thank you. Any questions for Mayor Wood? Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed resolution? If you would, please come forward to the podium.
Hi, Frank Zappia, President Mishawaka Firefighters again. Just wanted to say thank you to all of you for this on behalf of my brother and sister firefighters and paramedics, EMTs. None of us get into this job to, get rich. Right now, we're going into more people's houses than ever with COVID, with any other infectious disease, and being exposed to this stuff in hazardous environments. This just kind of shows to us that we're appreciated. We don't do things for a pat on the back. We don't do it for the money, but it is very nice to have that. So I just want to thank all of you for that.
Thank you.
Any questions for President Zappia? Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed resolution? Please come forward. Then is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed resolution? Hearing no one, is there anyone physically present who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed resolution? And is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed resolution? Are there any council members who wish to speak? Mr. Hazen.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to say, as the mayor said, this is the first money that we're spending. I can't think of a better thing to spend it on than our employees, the people who worked through this. And I've been involved in the city for a long time, and I can tell you this, and it's from my heart. I've never been more proud of the city of Mishawaka than through this pandemic. We never closed down. That's saying that the only government agency that I know in St. Joe County, probably the state, that never closed. That includes our federal government and our state government. And I think that shows that we are here for the citizens of Mishawaka. I mean, we all get involved in the city. We want to work for the citizens, and we have to be here when times get tough, and we went through it. And there's no amount of money that we can pay them to reward them for that. I was in negotiations with the fire department, talking to those guys and what their families went through during the COVID. A few of them took it home, a few of their kids got it. I mean, we ask a lot of them, and they delivered for us, so I appreciate it.
Thank you. Other questions or comments? Mr. Mamalenti.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to echo Mr. Hazen's comments. I don't think I could have said it any better, but I'm extremely proud to be able to vote in favor of this. And I know it couldn't have been possible without the efforts of the mayor, his staff, and especially Mr. President Hicksonball and our city attorney. I know worked pretty well behind the scenes that we're not aware of. So thank you to all that were involved, and I look forward to seeing this passed.
Thank you. Other questions or comments? Then I also want to express my thanks for everyone involved. As the mayor indicated, this has been throughout, and I think we anticipate that it'll continue to be a very collaborative process as we move forward to take advantage of this unique opportunity to do good within and for our community. In addition to acknowledging the others involved, I want to thank Mrs. McGuire, our controller, for her work on this. She scheduled a number of meetings with several of us, including our financial consultants from Baker Tilly, who were also invaluable in helping to guide us through this process. And then, as Mr. Mamalenti mentioned, our council attorney, Mike Triple, was also very helpful in preparing this resolution. What excites me about this is that it sets the stage for even bigger and better things. And as the mayor alluded to, this is the beginning of establishing a framework that will allow us to make use of the money that we've received from the federal government to do good things. We're doing a good thing, we're being asked to do a good thing tonight to recognize our employees. And this will have not only the benefit of acknowledging our employees, but I believe that the dollars that our employees receive are our own little mini economic incentive plan in Mishawaka, because that money will be spent in the restaurants and in other businesses throughout the community. And this plan will allow us to, within the categories that the federal statute establishes, do other good things to help the community continue to get through this pandemic. We're not through it yet. We have some positive signs, but there's more work to be done, more recovery and support that needs to take place. This sets the stage for us to be able to do that. And it's designed to be a work in progress. So what we do the next time undoubtedly will not be the last thing that we do to try to address the pandemic and to spend this money in the best interests of the community. So this satisfies the statutory requirement that we have a plan. It's flexible in scope so that we can modify it moving forward, and look at, in that 50-50 partnership with the administration and the community, what makes sense, what is the best way for us to spend that $11.8 million to do some good. As has been said this evening, all of our employees went over and above. I in particular mentioned, and we've all mentioned, the fire department. I was negligent in not acknowledging Chief Witkowski when he was at the podium for the hard work that our police department did and the heroic work that they did throughout this pandemic. But really, every department head here, every department head in the city, and the people who work with them and for them can be described the same way. Everybody rose to the occasion. My favorite sentence in this whole lengthy legal resolution in front of us is a pretty simple one, but powerful. These city employees put their physical well-being at risk to meet the daily needs of the community and to provide care for others. And that, in a nutshell, I think, is what justifies the action that we're being asked to take this evening, not just on behalf of ourselves as elected officials, but on behalf of the community that we represent, because without our employees providing the services that they provide on a daily basis, nothing works in Mishawaka. So thank you to all involved for the work that they did on this. I look forward to the continuing discussions with Mr. Mamaletti and his committee of the ways in which we can further make use of these funds. And I appreciate everybody's support of this endeavor. With that, if there are no other questions or comments from the council, I will call for the question.
Question.
Madam Clerk, would you please poll the council?
Mrs. DeMade?
Yes.
Mr. Benicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hazen?
Yes.
Mr. Mamalenti?
Yes.
Mr. Emmons?
Yes.
Mr. Belovich?
Yes.
Mr. Compton?
Yes.
Mrs. Volker?
Yes.
Mr. Hicksonbach?
Yes.
Proposed resolution passes 9-0 as amended.
Thank you.
Resolution number R 2021-31, a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Mishawaka, Indiana, approving a petition of the Mishawaka Board of Zoning Appeals for the property located at 420 West Cleveland Road, Granger, Indiana. This is a use variance to allow microblading services in an existing salon at 420 West Cleveland Road, the Tribe Salon.
Thank you. With that, we will open the public hearing on proposed resolution 2021-31. Anyone wishing to speak in favor, if you would, please come forward to the podium.
Hello, my name is Beth Clark. I'm the owner of the Tribe Salon, 420 West Cleveland Road in Granger, Indiana, 46530. We're just asking that we could please have this passed. There seems to be a need for it. I have several people coming to me wanting it, and it's not anybody any closer to us that has this. It's common practice in a salon to have microblading. We have no interest in tattooing, by the way, it's just the microblading part. It also creates new jobs in my salon, which it's a booth rent salon, so that helps me as well, since COVID has kind of taken a hit on the salon industry itself, so. I don't know what else to say. It's my first time doing this.
You did a fine job, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Are there any questions? Mr. Compton?
Ms. Clark, I don't have a question. I just want to thank you for your patience, listening, getting a civics lesson here.
I've enjoyed it.
Good. I'm glad that you did. Most citizens probably wouldn't, frankly. But it's, I appreciate your patience and good luck in this. I'll support this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Volker?
Hi, thank you, Mr. President. Hi, Beth. I was just curious, do you have talent lined up now to fill the need in your business?
Yes, Mandy Johnson is the one actually paying the fees. I'm just presenting Boggo Creek, who owns the building, and therefore then I come in. She's paying for this to start it. I had 2 people before COVID that were microbladers wanting to rent, and I guess there used to be microblading at the address, but it wasn't done properly or something, and so I looked into it before allowing them to come work for us, and that's when we realized that something wasn't done properly. I guess it was the tattooing part or something. It was very new back then. And so, yeah, I had to turn those 2 people away who were requesting to booth rent and start this service. And, yeah, it's really popular right now, and it's just always done in a salon, and so it's kind of just, where you go to do it, so.
So one follow-up question then. The health department has some requirements. Are you following through with that, or are the people who are going to be renting booth space responsible?
I would follow through with that part myself. Mandy and I would probably be working together. She's done a lot of the paperwork for it and the phone calls and everything, as I own it and am busy doing hair and color myself. I'm in the hair part of it, but yeah, definitely anything that's required, we will get it done. I'm very excited to have it there and add it to my salon. I think it'll be really good for us.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, and good luck with your endeavors.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Volker. Mrs. DeMaid?
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening. So you're not going to be doing the procedures. You're going to have someone else.
Yes, we're a booth rent salon.
Right.
And so I rent to estheticians, nail techs, cosmetologists, and the microblading is like a different type of thing.
Right.
But we don't have any of that right now, so it would be,
Okay. Can you tell me, I don't know if you can or not, what clients would you not allow to have this done? I mean, there are some medical issues with some people that should not have this done. Can you tell me those? Or
I'm not aware of that. I think the people performing it who are licensed to do that can answer that question more thoroughly. I'm not aware of reasoning why you couldn't have it done.
pregnant women should not have it done.
I'm sorry?
Pregnant women should not have it done. Diabetics should not have it done.
Okay, and then all I mean is like the people who are performing the service are responsible and licensed, insured even. They have to carry insurance in my salon for their, what they do there. And so that would fall under them, but that brings a question to me too, that I need to make sure that that's all taken care of course.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sorry, I don't have a better answer for that.
Any other questions or comments from the council? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed resolution? If so, please come forward. Is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed resolution? Then is there anyone present with us here this evening who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed resolution? If you would, please come forward. And is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed resolution? Are there any council members who wish to speak? If not, then I call for the question.
Question?
Madam Clerk, would you please poll the council?
Mrs. DeMaid?
Yes.
Mr. Benicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hazen?
Yes.
Mr. Mamalunti?
Yes.
Mr. Emmons?
Yes.
Mr. Belovich?
Yes.
Mr. Compton?
Yes.
Mrs. Volker?
Yes.
Mr. Hixenbaugh?
Yes.
Proposed resolution passes 9-0. Resolution number R 2021-32, a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Mishawaka, Indiana, approving a petition of the Mishawaka Board of Zoning Appeals for the property located at 2572 Miracle Lane, Mishawaka, Indiana. This is a use variance to allow outdoor storage containers screened by 7-foot-high fencing in C2 Commercial District at Denham's Sports.
Thank you. With that, we will move into the public hearing on proposed resolution 2021-32. Anyone wishing to speak in favor, if you would, please come forward to the podium. Is there anyone either with us physically this evening or participating remotely who wishes to speak on the use variance for 2572 Miracle Lane?
Might remind them to unmute.
If you are participating remotely, if you could unmute your microphone, that would be very helpful for our ability to be able to hear you. And we've all been there during these remote meetings, so don't feel bad.
We have two people that are on here.
Mr. Compton?
Mr. President, in keeping with our long tradition of requiring someone in here to speak in person of a ordinance or resolution on behalf of the petitioner, I ask that we postpone this, and can we postpone a resolution? I make a motion that we postpone this to our next regular meeting.
I would second that.
Thank you. A motion has been made and seconded to postpone the public hearing on proposed resolution 2021-32 until our next regularly scheduled council meeting. Any additional questions or comments from the council? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously, so this matter will be heard at our next regularly scheduled council meeting. Ordinances on second reading.
Get my people quick here. Proposed ordinance number 2021-41, an ordinance declaring an emergency and determining the expenditure of additional funds for the year ending December 31st, 2021. This is in the amount of $1 million. And I do have the proofs of publication. As I told you at our last meeting, there was an error done with the publication. This came to you back in the spring. It's another Groundhog's Day moment for me. But we're all set to go, but we do need to, by law, have a public hearing this evening.
Thank you. May we have the committee report, please?
Yes, Mr. President. To the members of the Common Council, City of Mishawaka, your Committee on Budget and Finance, to whom was referred the matter of proposed ordinance number 2021-41, report that they have examined said matter, and in their opinion, it should be adopted. This is signed by the entire committee, and I move for its acceptance.
Second.
A motion has been made and seconded to approve the committee report. Any additional questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. With that, we will move into the second reading and public hearing on proposed ordinance 2021-41. Anyone wishing to speak in favor, and the record will reflect that we've already had background comments by the city clerk, but if there are any additional comments, anyone wishing to speak in favor, please come forward to the podium and state your name and address for the record. Is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in favor of proposed ordinance 2021-41? Then is there anyone physically present with us this evening who wishes to speak in opposition to proposed ordinance 2021-41? And is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance? Are there any council members who wish to speak? If not, then I call for the question.
Question.
Madam Clerk, would you please poll the council?
Mrs. DeMade?
Yes.
Mr. Benicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hazen?
Yes.
Mr. Mamalenti?
Yes.
Mr. Emmons?
Yes.
Mr. Belovich?
Yes.
Mr. Compton?
Yes.
Mrs. Volker?
Yes.
Mr. Hixenbaugh?
Yes.
Proposed ordinance passes 9-0 again.
Again.
Thank you very much for your patience.
Thank you.
Proposed ordinance number 2021-42, an ordinance declaring an emergency and transferring and reappropriating funds within the budget adopted for the calendar year ending December 31st, 2021. This is a transfer of funds from the General Fund, Public Safety, Lit Fund, and the Cumulative Capital Development Fund in the amount of $276,000.
Thank you. May we have the committee report, please?
Yes, that would be me. Forgive me.
I'm forgiven.
To the members of the Common Council of the City of Mishawaka, your Committee on Budget and Finance, to whom was referred the matter of proposed ordinance number 2021-42, report that they have examined said matter and that, in their opinion, it should be adopted. This is signed by the entire committee, and I move for its acceptance.
Second.
A motion has been made and seconded to accept the committee report. Any additional questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. This is the second reading and public hearing on proposed ordinance 2021-42. Madam Controller.
Good evening, Rebecca McGuire, Controller. I'm here tonight to request your approval of this ordinance. This is a little bit of a cleanup for year end. In the general fund, health services account line, in the public safety lit fund, the debt service principal payments, they were not budgeted correctly, didn't have the correct amount, so this is correcting it. We're able to transfer money from another line to cover it. And in the cumulative capital development fund, we had more contractual obligations this year as opposed to hardware and software purchases. So we've needed to transfer money from that hardware and software line to the professional services, and that's what this item is for.
Thank you. Any questions for the Controller? Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance? If so, please come forward. And is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance? Is there anyone present with us this evening who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance? Then is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance? Are there any council members who wish to speak? If not, then I call for the question.
Question.
Madam Clerk, would you please poll the council?
Mrs. DeMade?
Yes.
Mr. Benicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hazen?
Yes.
Mr. Mamalenti?
Yes.
Mr. Emmons?
Yes.
Mr. Belovich?
Yes.
Mr. Compton?
Yes.
Mrs. Volker?
Yes.
Mr. Hicksonbaugh?
Yes.
Proposed ordinance passes 9-0. Proposed ordinance number 2021-43 as amended, an ordinance declaring an emergency and determining the expenditure of additional funds for the year ending December 31st, 2021. This is the 2021 salary ordinance amendment and additional appropriation from the ARP funds in the amount of $1,190,000. That is the amended amount that the council approved at their last meeting. And I do have proofs of publication.
Thank you for that clarification. May we have the committee report, please?
Yes, Mr. President. To the members of the Common Council of the City of Mishawaka, your Committee on Budget and Finance, to whom was referred the matter of proposed ordinance number 2021-43 as amended, report that they have examined said matter and that in their opinion should be adopted. This is signed by the entire committee, and I move for its acceptance.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the, the committee report. Any additional questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? With that, we will move into the second reading and public hearing on proposed ordinance 2021-43 as amended. Madam Controller.
Hello again. This is the additional ordinance which will appropriate the funds needed to pay the premium pay that we discussed tonight. We are appropriating premium pay, Social Security, Medicare, and our in-purse funding for the employer's portion.
Thank you. Any questions for the Controller? Thank you, Becky.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance? Please come forward. And is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance as amended? Is there anyone physically present who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance as amended? Please come forward. And is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance as amended? Thank you. Are there any council members who wish to speak? Hearing none, then I call for the question.
Question.
Madam Clerk, would you please poll the council?
Mrs. DeMade?
Yes.
Mr. Benicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hazen?
Yes.
Mr. Mamalenti?
Yes.
Mr. Emmons?
Yes.
Mr. Belovich?
Yes.
Mr. Compton?
Yes.
Mrs. Volker?
Yes.
Mr. Hicksonbach?
Yes.
Proposed ordinance passes as amended 9-0. Proposed ordinance number 2021-44 as amended. An ordinance amending ordinance 5712, the fixing of the salaries of all employees of the city of Mishawaka except the Mishawaka Park Department elected officials in the Mishawaka Utilities for the city of Mishawaka, Indiana for the year beginning January 1st, 2021. This is amending the salary ordinance.
Thank you. May we have the committee report, please?
Yes, Mr. President. To the members of the Common Council of the City of Mishawaka, your Committee on Budget and Finance, to whom was referred the matter of proposed ordinance number 2021-44 as amended, report that they have examined said matter and that in their opinion it should be adopted. This is signed by the entire committee, and I move for its acceptance.
Second.
A motion has been made and seconded to accept the committee report. Any additional questions or comments from the council? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We will then move into the second reading of public hearing on proposed ordinance 2021-44 as amended. Madam Controller.
Thank you. Lastly, for this evening, I have the amendment to the salary ordinance, so we may pay the premium pay for Civil City, Utility, Redevelopment, and Parks Department all have their other boards that approve their amendment. This is for the Civil City side.
Thank you. Any questions for the controller? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance as amended? If so, please come forward to the podium. Then is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance as amended? Is there anyone physically present who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance as amended? And is there anyone participating remotely who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance as amended? Thank you. Are there any council members who wish to speak? Hearing none, then I call for the question.
Question?
Madam Clerk, would you please poll the council?
Mrs. DeMade?
Yes.
Mr. Benicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hazen?
Yes.
Mr. Mamalenti?
Yes.
Mr. Emmons?
Yes.
Mr. Belovich?
Yes.
Mr. Compton?
Yes.
Mrs. Volker?
Yes.
Mr. Hicksonbach?
Yes.
The proposed ordinance passes 9-0.
And with that, we will move into privilege of the floor. At this time, members of the public are invited to the podium to speak with respect to non-agenda items only under privilege of the floor. We will also invite those participating remotely who wish to speak under privilege of the floor to unmute their microphone and speak. Thank you. Hearing no one, we'll move into unfinished business, of which there is none. So,
Do you have somebody?
Hello?
hello?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. Could you begin by stating your name and address for the record, please?
Yes, my name is Rhonda Douglas, and my address is 1151 East Bowman Street, South Bend, Indiana.
The floor is yours, ma'am.
All right, great. Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to introduce myself and my colleague, Tierra Hammond, who is also present physically there. We are women, minority business owners who are looking to establish our hookah lounge / entertainment and food space there in Mishawaka. And we just wanted to see how we can, again, introduce ourselves to everyone and just learn more about how to establish our business. Tierra and I are both public servants of the state of Indiana. Tierra works with Department of Child Services, and I work with the Department of Corrections. So when it comes to being invested in our communities, we've been almost public servants here now for about 7 years. So we had attended a Common Council meeting, I believe about a month or so ago. So we're just trying to establish and understand how to go about establishing our business in Mishawaka.
Well, thank you for being here this evening, both one in person and one remotely. We appreciate that. And we're always excited as a community to try to work with entrepreneurs and others who want to establish businesses in the community. My suggestion to you would be that an individual who managed to sneak out midway through the meeting, Mr. Prince, our head of economic development for the city, I think, in my opinion, would be a good first step for you. He has a wealth of information that he can share with you, and if he can't answer the questions, he can put you in touch with those who can. So, ma'am, before you leave, if you want to check with one of us, Madam Clerk in particular, I think she can help you track down the contact information for Mr. Prince. And then if there's anything else that we as a legislative body can do to help, we're certainly happy to. But I think that might be the best way for us to proceed, unless someone else has a better suggestion. But again, thank you. We wish you the best as you continue to explore this opportunity, and let us know if there's anything else that we can do as the process moves forward. Thank you both.
Thank you so much. We look forward to working with you guys. Thank you.
You are welcome. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak under privilege of the floor?
Maybe.
Hearing no one, then we will move into unfinished business, of which there is none. Setting the stage for new business. Is there any new business to come before the council? Mr. Mammolenti.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just wanted to do a brief reminder for the second meeting in a row. We'll be going off-site for the Twin Branch Neighborhood Watch meeting. This will take place January 19th at 7 p.m. The venue will be PSAP, 911 County Dispatch Center, located in Mishawaka. We will meet in the lobby shortly before 7 o'clock, and we will get a tour from one or two of the great folks that work down there at the 911 Dispatch Center. We'll do a brief tour there. So again, January 19th, 7 p.m., and hope to see all there. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Emmons.
Thank you, Mr. President. I was thrown a little loop today. I was informed by St. Babel's that it's National Book Week, and all their business meeting rooms are filled for January. So I've got to find another location, and I'll keep you posted. If not, we'll discontinue the January meeting until February 17th. So if I could have the South Bend Tribune post that in the Tribune, I would greatly appreciate it. And so I just found that out today, and so I'm going to have to look for another place if I can. If not, we'll go in February, and we'll keep everybody posted by the Tribune and also the meetings. Thank you.
Mr. Emmons, will West End Donuts be served as your alternative location for your meeting?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Excellent.
Mr.
Thank you.
Emmons, maybe you could get a tour of the West End Bakery as your meeting. Go off-site.
Excellent
That's
idea.
I'd be well attended.
Excellent suggestion, Mr. Binnick. Is there any other new business to come before the council? Then one additional reminder, as we end 2021 and move into 2022, our first council meeting of the new year will take place on Tuesday, January 4th, rather than on Monday, due to our employees celebrating the New Year's holiday on Monday, which means that we are by default going to hold our meeting on Tuesday. So Tuesday, January 4th at 7 p.m. here. And as a final comment, thank you one and all for the hard work that we did together during this year, whether you sit up here at the dais or out in the seats as a member of the administration or you're a member of the public. This has been yet another unprecedented year, and I think we came through it by working together. So I appreciate the work that everybody has done, and I wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Mr. President, is
Go Bears.
City Hall open on Friday, the 24th?
We have a question for Mr. Emmons, whether City Hall will be open on Friday, the 24th.
No,
Shouldn't be.
Okay, I
and
just wanted to,
not Monday, the 26th.
okay.
Let the record show that that was the Grinch, Mr. Emmons, that suggested that
I
City
noticed
Hall
that.
be open on New Year or Christmas Eve,
I think
not,
he just wanted to make sure he brought the clerk's office their gifts Before we
That's
close.
right.
I stand corrected, Madam Clerk. Thank you.
That could
Cancel
With
the
that,
donuts.
is there any other new business to come before the council?
go Bears.
Go Vikings.
They're both in trouble.
If not, then a motion to adjourn is in order.
So moved.
We are adjourned. Go Vikings.